go through, we'll mix a batch, we're gonna cast it in place, but on a larger scale, it's real easy for that first level all the way up to the top, and like what we were talking about earlier, what do you do up in the top? That seems like a pain in the neck. Well, it is, and you're hating life on that last little bit trying to cram it in there, but this machine here works in conjunction with a large air compressor that blows that through a hose into the wall, and we'll look at that in a little bit more detail here when we're moving around. But that's the method that I picked. It's not perfect, but it is perfect for me, and it's the right choice for me and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So the point that I want to make is that there are several different techniques. There's not a right or a wrong one. You can do the right one in the wrong way. Yeah, you can make mistakes, but there's several that are out there. There's several that are making their way onto the market. Just know that. And then the reason I picked this one is because it's simple. I'm a real estate broker and investor working as a builder doing this stuff. So I'm wearing a lot of hats. I enjoy the construction process. I enjoy being on the job site. I enjoy having the tool belt on and working and doing things. But I also know if it's not made simple for me, I can't do it. And some of these applications are complex. They might be really, really good, but if I have to learn something entirely new, I know that a lot of guys coming into the trades, if you give them anything new, it's like a cow staring at a new gate. It's what we call work stoppages. And then, you know, if you leave a job site for 10 minutes, they're gonna go, like if you give somebody a block, if you give a block layer, a Hempcrete block, and say, lay this block in this manner, they're gonna go, okay. And then they've laid block their entire career another way, and then it's kind of like, that guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. They're going with it. You know, so you hear these stories, and so you're going to have to make sure that the methodology goes into. I can make sure that this methodology goes into it correctly, primarily because we are creating the trade that we are going to hire, is because we're doing the training programs, and so y'all are candidates for that going into this. Yeah.
I've heard of one company is working on 3D printing houses with Hempcrete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of like 3D. I like how this gets described. This is the lowest tech 3D printer ever known to man. This is like a caveman's 3D printer, and so you can just come along and, you know, it's not as beautiful and as elegant, and it's not going to get as many clicks, but this is conveying it to the job. And so, yeah, now there are some 3D printing things, and I'm not going to poo-poo on them, but when I see a 3D printer, I think, man, that's expensive. Man, that would be fun to set up on a job site. Man, that would be fun to pay the skills that are needed to set that. I mean, what kind of skill and what kind of cost do you need to save labor and take a job away from someone? I'd rather give that man, give that woman a job that's doing that work as you know, it's not quite John Henry in the, you know, the old song about, you know, guy with a hammer in his hand. You know, this is stuff that can be done by tradespeople better than the machine right now. Now, I'm not going to discourage anybody's growth in any technology area, and I think some fabulous things are coming out of the 3D printing space. I think the role that hemp has in that is probably more as an additive to a concrete base, to where it can come in and to get the insulative value. I haven't seen something good, but it'll be developed. You know, right now, like I said, it's just like we discovered wood. Those things are going to be, there's creative people working on that right now as we speak. So the things that keep me up at night about window flashing and door details, that keeps them up at night about how do we get the flow through the machine. So a lot of innovations going on. Those are some of the various applications. Each of them have their benefit. Are there any applications that anybody has seen here that they're carrying a question with them about, hey, I sure want to learn about this technique? So what we're gonna do is cast in place, we'll talk about spray in place. The other thing, the distinguishing between the different spray technologies is the one that I'm using is mixed prior to being sprayed. So it's really more being blown at the wall. It's like when we were kids and shooting spit wads at the wall and then it would stick. This is like shooting spit wads with a large air compressor until you have a wall.
Kind of like spray foam idea.
Spray foam kind of has a chemical reaction that mixes and then it expands and you get the benefit from that. This is more just kind of mixed up. And to describe the consistency, it's like, you know, the holidays are coming up. It's like if you're making oatmeal cookies and you put a little, if you double the oatmeal in the recipe, it's about that consistency and we'll be able to feel that and what it's like, because that's one of the most important things is being able to recognize when you've got the mix right. But then it gets blown through until it sticks to the wall and so it's mixed. Now the other one is mixed at the nozzle where it'll be blown through in a dry format and then like a gunite machine that has the concrete mix already done and then it's mixed at the nozzle. Now, I like that, but I knew that if the machine broke, I'm not gonna fix it. I know if this breaks, I can still get that batch into the wall if I need to. I know that I can look at that, probably fix it with minimal skills. And so again, simplicity on the job site, those are some of the decision-making factors on there. So there's a lot of really good spray technology that's out. Also, this uses a lot less binder. The binder is the lime that you mix with the herd, and then it uses a lot. It dries faster because it uses a lot, so it uses a lot less water in there. Now, conserving water is just a small issue on there, but drying times are the bigger issue. Production. This, I think, has an avenue to go into and appeal to not only a custom home builder, but a production builder.
I think another